Hello again, everybody, and welcome to this latest installment of the FHM 6 Brass Bonanza series. I'm Big Polly. This is part 19. The game date will be January 9, 1981. The Hartford Oilers traveling to Edmonton to take on the red-hot Edmonton Oilers. And the recording date you see there, October 4th, 2020. Why did I say August? Anyway. If you look at the standings, we are not doing too good. We're at 10, 25, and 4. 10 wins, 25 losses, 4 ties, 24 points, and there are only 2 other teams in worse shape than we are. Our goal differential is a negative 58, and we've lost 7 in a row, so not a good place to be. But we'll get a high draft pick as things stand, and if I'm still around to GM the team next year. Oh boy, when things aren't going good, things aren't going good. So we're going to play Edmonton in Edmonton. Of course, as I record this, there is good news. The Tampa Bay Lightning just won the Stanley Cup, and that's my hometown hockey team. So my heartiest congratulations to the Lightning and their staff upon winning another NHL championship, another Stanley Cup. They won the Stanley Cup back in 2004, and they are the first team here in the Tampa Bay area to win 2 championships. The Buccaneers have won 1. And the Rays haven't won any yet, though they have a very good chance of going all the way themselves. So it's not a bad place to be right now in the Tampa Bay area if you are a sports fan, but at the same time, there's all this COVID going around. And, you know, it's the best of times and it's the worst of times all at the same time. And I have set up my lines. And again, the face gen is showing part of the face, but not all of it. I don't know why that keeps happening. But we're just going to drop the puck and see what happens here. You could see the left shoulder of Wayne Gretzky, but that's all you can see. And off we go. We're going to play this game. I don't know what's wrong with the face gen, and if anybody on YouTube knows what's wrong with the face gen, I wish they would tell me. And we're about 3 minutes into the period, and Edmonton has all the shots on goal, which is not surprising, considering how well or how poorly Hartford has been playing as of late. Yeah, they got the first 8 shots on goal. Kevin Lowe of Edmonton gets 2 minutes for a high stick at 5:19 of the first period. And Hartford finally gets its first shot on goal. Wonder what went wrong with the Whalers so quickly that they went to the final 8 in 79 and 80. And a goal for Edmonton. Well, that's not surprising when you get all the shots. Dave Hunter, assist by Blair McDonald and Colin Campbell. 7:46 into the first period, and it's 1-0 Edmonton. Me not being a hockey expert, I don't know what went wrong so quickly. An unsportsmanlike conduct against Dave Duvall. So that gives Hartford a shorthanded situation for 2 minutes. And goaltender interference against Stan Weir of Edmonton, so we will have a little bit of a power play for about 40 seconds. Shots are 10-3 now. What do we got? A goal for us, yes. Rogers assists by Veach and Hangsleben. And that came 10:03 into period number 1, and it's dead even at a goal each. That was a story on Hartford, that they initially had a good team, and then they just went into the crapper very fast. Of course, they had Gordie Howe last year, and this year they don't, because Gordie Howe was already, Methuselah. And here's Edmonton, who have another scoring chance. There you go. Callaghan, assist by Rutakalo and Price, and it's 2-1 Edmonton. In real life, Edmonton was really starting to get good here. Tripping Bill Bennett of Hartford. Edmonton goes on a power play, where their offense was just almost unstoppable. And there's another goal. Blair McDonald assists by some guy named Gretzky and Brett Callaghan, and it's 3-1. In real life, Edmonton really started getting good around now. Dave Lumley of Edmonton called for holding. That's a penalty that'll carry over into the second period. Shots are 14-8 and 15-8, and that's the first period. And it is 3-1 in favor of Hartford, he says, looking for a slide to show that I'm going to show next. And I don't have it put up. Okay, so we're just going to go without the slide. Play the second period. I think there's something else to do here. And it's been a very quiet second period so far. And let's see what happens in this goal exchange. I don't know why the face gen keeps screwing up. This happened a couple of weeks ago, where it was just showing the shoulder of the face gen and not the faces themselves. And then last week I didn't have a problem with it, and now this week I am having a problem with it again. And a goal for Edmonton, big surprise. Chipperfield, assist by Anderson, 5:25 into the second period, and the rout appears to be on, although the 3-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey, or so says Don Cherry. Of course, Don Cherry in last year's sim was coaching Colorado. I don't know if he's still there this year. Goal for Edmonton, Gretzky. Assist by Campbell and Anderson, and it is 5-1, and now the rout is on. Shots are 23-11 in favor of Edmonton. 10 minutes left, so we're midway through the game. And this is not good. Shots now 23-13. I think a lot of players for Hartford just got bad in a hurry. Campbell called for holding. Kind of like if you follow baseball, the Houston Astros. You had a whole bunch of players for Houston get bad all at once, although they have made the final 8 of the playoffs last year. Tripping, Hansleben, so that's another penalty. And now Edmonton on the power play, as if they needed more goals. They're up 5-1, and the shots are 28-16. Final minute of the second period, which now comes to a close. 33-17 on shots and a 5-1 lead in favor of Edmonton. And I did find a slide that I can promote. That is, every weekend I also do a round of the OOTP 21 Perfect Team Series featuring the Universal Pioneers, and sometimes I do parts and add episodes during the week, so keep an eye on the channel for continuing episodes of the Big Paulie's OOTP 21 Perfect Team Series. My team, if you see them out there, is the Universal Pioneers. Franchise Hockey Manager hasn't done a perfect team-like apparatus to their game as OOTP has, and you kind of wonder when that'll catch on, whenever FHM 7 comes out, if it comes out. And there's a goal for Hartford to cut the lead to 5-2. Staunton, assisted by Douglas and Rogers, and it's 5-2. Still plenty of time, but Hartford is being dominated. Rick Lee of Hartford called for unsportsmanlike conduct. So Edmonton gets the power play for 2 minutes. Shots on goal is a mess, 38-18. Mark Messier called for slashing, so he goes to the sin bin, and Hartford gets a power play. If they could get a goal here right away, they might have a chance. And Gretzky called for slashing, so they'll have a 5-on-3 for 15 seconds, and then another power play. You don't see Gretzky get a lot of penalties. Hangslavin called for hooking, so the penalty box is filling up. And Edmonton will get a delayed power play here for about a minute. Shots are now 39-20 in favor of Edmonton. Darren Veach of Hartford called for holding. And Edmonton with another power play. But with 8 minutes left in the game, it's probably too late for Hartford to catch up. Shots are now 43-20. Now they just changed, 44-20. Less than 6 minutes left in the period, and this looks like another figure in the loss column for Hartford. A boarding call against Blaine Stoughton, another 2 minutes into the box. So they're really racking up penalties. They've had, let's see, and here's your latest scoring chance. Let's see who it goes to. Hartford in white and Edmonton in blue. The ball has 12 minutes in penalties alone. Wow, assisted by Chipperfield and somebody else who I didn't catch, but maybe you caught. Watching this on YouTube, it's 6-2, and this party is over. They had 14, 16, 20, 22 penalty minutes that I see. And that's it, 6-2. We knew Edmonton was going to win this one, didn't we? Glenn Anderson, Chipperfield, and Brett Callaghan were the stars of the game. McDonald got the winning goal. Gretzky led in ice time for Edmonton, Mark Howe for Hartford. Having a bad game, Roberts, Lee, and Carroll for Hartford. Howe, Rogers, and Beaupre had good games. And Beaupre took 47 shots and saved 41 of them. But they still say he had a good game. Eddie Mio, of the goalie for Edmonton, 20 saves and 22 attempts. So that's how this one ends. Not good for the Hartford Whalers. They have been losing too many games. And we'll just continue through and just show you the results as of the end of January 9, 1981. And our next week's game will be in February. But this is starting to look like a team that might not make the playoffs, although 16 of the 21 teams in the NHL do. We are still in last place by 4 points behind Detroit. We have 24 points, Detroit with 28. And we've lost 8 in a row. We're 4-17-1 on the road, 6-9-3 at home. And leading the way right now in points, the New York Islanders at 59. Let's see if I can gain any more information on Hartford here. Yeah, you see, when you get past, like, to say the starters, you have a bunch of very average players on the team all of a sudden. I let the AI do my trades, but it's still not making significant heretofore changes in how bad this team really is. So at 10-26-4, we hope things get a little better so we could make the playoffs, but right now we would be 19th and we would miss the playoffs by a bit of a margin. So that has been this episode today. I hope you've enjoyed it. we wish you well no matter where you are and no matter when you see this. Godspeed to the President of the United States, currently in the hospital because of COVID. And if you are watching this before November 3rd, it is my fervent wish, no matter what party you believe and no matter who you pick for president, that you get out and vote. And we hope you do that and participate in democracy. Godspeed and God bless, and we'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.